Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650/50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50/50. Tickets on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be sent. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshitting on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Flex alive is more than the 6. With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Oh, it's time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And right on time. Let me drop this link. Let me skip the roll call. This gentleman right here. All right. This is the reason why I'm doing this show. There's no number to call. Here's what you do. Here's what you do. Russell Watts Smith. That link is for you. You press that link and follow the directions. You come on. You turn your camera on. Okay? You turn the camera on. So I know you're a real person. We're going to keep it clean. We're going to keep it respectful. We're not going to scream. We're not going to holler. You're going to make your point. I'm going to give you about 3 minutes to 4 minutes to make your point about Deontay Wilder. All right? And then we're going to have a conversation. That link is for you. Press that link. You turn your camera on. You follow the directions. Understood? Groovy. That's what we do. It's as simple as that. Every now and again, I got to do this. Every now and again, I'm going to read the super chats at the end. So you go ahead, I'll wait on you. Every now and again, I got to do this. So I'll wait. Good morning, everyone. There you go. You don't have to keep your camera on if you don't want to. Okay, good.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Go ahead.
How you doing?
Awesome.
That's cool. So, what do you want to talk about with Deontay?
No. What do you want to talk about with Deontay?
Okay. this is what I think about Deontay. Like, I love his story. No, you're cool. So I love the guy's story, right? It's a cool story. There's no question about that. But what I can't buy into, so
Go ahead. Russell, you okay? You all right, brother? Hello?
okay, there's a bit of a time delay. But yeah, what I was going to say was I can't buy into his. I'm here. So what I'm saying is I can't buy into him not accepting responsibility for his loss. Yeah, no, I'm cool. So what I'm saying is, like, Deontay, yeah, I'm cool. I'm very cool. I think there's a time delay. So what I'm saying is, like. Okay, I think that time delay's still there. But what I'm saying is, Deontay, what I can't handle about Deontay is he just doesn't accept responsibility. It's always somebody else's fault. I would just like to see him go, look, I didn't have a great night. I think I can do better, and that's it. And give the other guy some credit. So, but other than that, I know these guys are ego-driven, and it's hard to let their guard down because that.
Russell, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, I was allowing you to make your point. Are you done making your point so I can rebuttal that?
Yeah. What I was also going to say is that, look, I know guys like you are big fans, and
I'm not only a fan, Russell. I know the brother personally.
Yeah, no, that's cool and that's great. But I think, and don't be offended here, I think guys like you blow too much wind up his ass. Yeah, no, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say blow smoke up his arse, what smoke am I blowing up his arse? Be specific, please.
So you guys are always saying, "Oh yeah, no, you got robbed." No, that's cool. No,
it's cool that he got robbed.
No, I don't think you got robbed. You got knocked out. Like
no, you said
times out of.
You said that you guys say that he got robbed. Can you be specific when you say you guys?
Okay.
Who do you mean?
All right. So, Drew, you come across as fairly knowledgeable.
I'm sorry.
So I've got a time delay here, so I'm hearing back my words while I'm trying to talk. No, it's not.
Russell, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
When did you find my channel?
Sorry, mate. What was that one?
When did you find my channel?
A while back. You like when Deontay fought Fury, like you and then there was a couple other channels. I think that went down the whole conspiracy route. And look, I could see some. Sure, go ahead.
Did you see my? I'm sorry.
A while
Did
back.
Okay. Did you see my post fight after Deontay lost to Zilly Zhang?
No, I didn't see that one. No.
Okay. So you don't know what I said after that fight?
No, I can't say that. No, I didn't see that.
So I will encourage you to research that. There was no conspiracy there. My brother just lost. He just lost.
And that's cool. That's great that you guys go, oh look, he lost that one straight out.
There you go
And
again.
look,
Who is you guys? I'm trying to figure out who that is. Who's you guys?
okay.
Can you hear me, Russell? Russell, there's a serious delay. You know what you may need to do?
Yeah.
You may need to come out and then click the link and come back in so the delay can catch up. So why don't you come out and then click the same link to come back in? So because there's a serious delay between you and I. Go out and then come back in. Go out and then come right back in. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right, how do I do this? Leave.
Yeah, just close it and then come back in. Audience, I just need y'all to pay attention. This is why I don't do this. I just need y'all to just pay attention. Just pay attention. This fella, Steve, I see you, Steve. Just we can try. Don't say nothing crazy. Don't say nothing crazy.
I'm not at all. Not at all. But Russell used to be with AD. You see right in the comments, he used to be with AD. The dude that jumped off the London Bridge with AJ. I promise you, bro.
Hey, bro. Here he is. I'm putting back. All right, Russell, is that better?
I hope so.
Okay, I can hear you. Okay, all right. So, go ahead. You keep saying you guys. I need you to be clear. I need you to be specific. You said you found my channel since when? The Wilder Fury 2, Wilder Fury 3. I'm going to assume Wilder Fury 2, because that's when the alleged the conspiracies came about. Okay, so you're saying that the man don't take responsibility for losses, and you say you guys. I need you to be specific when you say you guys, because you're talking to me. You're not talking to anybody else. So I'm opening up my platform. I want you to get it off. Tell me what you mean.
Correct. There was several channels, and they're not coming to mind at the moment, but one guy, I forget what was called. There was a couple of channels. There was another African American guy, older guy. He went down that road big time. But look, in the end, there was nothing proven ever. Like I've seen the videos, YouTube of Diaz seeing the gloves being, the hands being wrapped and then the gloves fitted. So there's video of that twice. So I think Deontay just doesn't have the stamina.
Russell, are you okay?
Yeah, there's that time delay again. So I apologize for that. But look, thank you for being so welcoming in this chat. I'd love to see Deontay do well. I mean, I'm a massive Tyson fan. I'm a massive Holmes fan, Lennox. So the African-American guys, and I know you guys champion them, and that's cool because, yeah, you had a hard time in the American history. But, yeah, you guys are awesome athletes. Yeah, no, I'm okay.
Okay, there's still a delay, so we're just gonna have to work through that. First of all, let me ask you a question. iRock, I see you backstage. Just give me a minute, my brother. Let me ask you a question. Let's walk this through in chapters, as we say. You say you don't have a problem with Deontay. You love his story. That's fine. Do you think we are liars in reference to what we said about Tyson Fury? Do you think we're liars?
No, there's some truth there, undoubtedly, right? So he's got links with Kinahan, who's a criminal, and these things that you can point at and go, look, he's really exhibited this terrible behavior in the past, and he's done some shady things. Okay, that's cool, but that doesn't mean he's shady all the time. So, I've got friends that use illegal drugs.
Really?
I don't, but and you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make them.
You said you have friends that use illegal drugs.
Yeah. Yes.
Really?
Yes, of course. Like
okay. So you know Tyson Fury is a liar. He's a liar and he's a cheater. He's done that. Yes.
I don't know that he's a liar. So
you know he is he not? You just said he's friends with Daniel Kinahan.
Yeah, that's right. So but that doesn't make him.
Daniel Kinahan is a criminal at large right now.
Yeah,
right now, that's Tyson Fury's friend. That's his friend. Okay, so right now off the bat, am I to assume that you identify with that behavior if you have friends that partake in the use of illegal drugs? Because I don't have friends that use illegal drugs. I don't have any friends that use illegal drugs. I don't. I can't say that. And I'm almost 50 years old, brother. So do you think Team Bomb Squad had reasonable cause to believe that Deontay Wilder was cheated?
What?
Okay, because Fury has a tainted past. Yes, right? He does, right? You yourself said you know that African American fighters have had a hard way to go. One of the things that we had to deal with is being cheated. You yourself said that. You said we had a hard way to go. You said that. I didn't even make you say that. I didn't make you say anything. You said that. So if you know what we've gone through, historically, in the sport of boxing, historically, all the way to this day.
You guys.
Go ahead.
Historically, African American men have dominated boxing.
Okay, well, okay. With that being said, okay, Tyson Fury has a tainted past, and honestly speaking, cheating was the furthest thing from our minds when Deontay chose to fight him. He chose to give that man an opportunity. That man was 400 pounds on the couch feeling sorry for himself. And Deontay Wilder said, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get off the couch. The boxing world needs the Gypsy King. That's what he said. And he gave him a payday. And this is what Tyson Fury did to him. We didn't know anything about Daniel Canahan. As a matter of fact, American media doesn't even mention Daniel Canahan. I didn't know what a Daniel Canahan was until after the second fight. And then that's when we started finding things out. So when you're dealing with a criminal who's a known drug user, who hangs out with criminals, who's cheated in the past with equipment, and then when people from the team call me and say, yo, I got a phone call and I was told that the brother was cheated, and we see the padding removed from the glove, something that he's done in the past, something that he did to Nicholas Asbury during training. Nicholas was on my show talking about it, and they never called Nicholas a liar. You know what they said? They said, we was trying to give our guy confidence. That's what they told him. They didn't say sorry. They didn't deny it. They didn't threaten to sue Nicholas. They said, we're sorry. No, I'm sorry. I didn't apologize. They said, no, we were trying to give our guys confidence. This guy knows how to cheat. He knows how to cheat. And the camp was told. The camp was told. The poisoning of the water. Brother, that was real, Russell. That was real. Can you see the screen, as a matter of fact? Can you see the screen? Let me ask you a question. You're laughing. Do you believe water can be compromised in boxing? Do you believe it? It can? What,
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Look, Drew,
It's a yes or no question, good brother. It's a yes or no question. Do you believe water can be tainted?
Drew, I'm not laughing at you, mate. You know, I know that you're passionate about this, so, mate, please, I would not do that too. But yeah, I don't think the water was drugged, because I think they get tested afterwards. Now, I can't say for sure whether that's correct, but I don't think it was. And look, I don't think that's the case.
You don't think so? Okay, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you. Watch the screen. I need you to look at the screen, okay? I'm gonna show you something. Look at the screen. Look at your screen.
Yeah, no, I know. I saw that.
Okay. Why did he refuse that water?
Yeah, he thinks it can be tainted.
Okay. Why did he refuse the water?
I know where you're going. He doesn't want to put himself at risk. Now, look.
Can I ask you a serious question? I'm not being funny, Russell. I'm not. I just need you to be honest with me, brother. Okay. I'm being serious. I ask everyone this that I have conversations with because I have to ask. And you could be honest. I'm already we're countries apart, and there's so much hate in this world. All right. I'm just gonna ask you a question. Do you partake in illegal drugs yourself? Seriously.
No, I don't. No.
You don't. Okay. Do you drink?
Yeah, no, I have your drink for sure.
Okay. Have you drunk this morning?
Sorry?
Have you drunk? Well, I don't know what time it is in Australia. Have you drunk before you got on the live?
No, it's I'm very honest.
Okay.
It's 10 o'clock at night over here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. So you don't believe Deontay was poisoned. You don't believe Tyson Fury cheated him. You don't believe any of that. You just think it was a stylistic nightmare. That's what you believe.
I think Deontay fought the wrong fight against Wilder. He didn't come forward. He didn't tie up. He just kept getting hit with the same shot. Like Fury's danger hand, like most people, is the right hand. I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, of course, yeah. Well, Fury's got the reach, and he's a little bit busier. He can take a punch a little bit better. He's got incredible powers of recovery. Fury, just incredible, like Ruiz. Now Deontay hasn't got. He's not too bad. He's got a lot of big shots during both fights, and for the most part, took them fairly well. Now it's only after like several rounds. So the second fight, he could have fought on. He didn't like the stoppage.
Was Fury a knockout artist?
Fury started off his career, Drew, I think, with like 8 stoppage wins. So he's not a massive puncher, but if he hits you like a gazillion times, which is what he did to Wilder, then eventually the tree gets chopped down, like Caballero with Zhang.
No, those are two different things. I'm asking because Deontay also had flesh gorged out of his ear. I think the left ear. He also had his skull. He also had his skull fractured.
No, there's no way. No, Drew, he did not have a skull fracture.
Yeah, he had a dent. He has a dent. He has a dent in his head right now as we speak.
No, he doesn't have a depressed fracture.
Yes, he does.
That is like life-threatening.
Wait, hold on. Russell, he absolutely has a dent in his head.
Mate, you know that the Boxing Association would stop him from fighting for a very long time.
A bone is broken in his head. The head is the skull. He has a dent in his head that was repaired. It's there right now. I was just with him in August. It's in the side of his head, courtesy of Tyson Fury.
I think Zab Judah had to stop fighting because of a skull fracture.
No. And guess what? Okay, since you want to bring up Zab, another fighter that I know, you know how that skull fracture happened, right?
Oh, was it in boxing or in a fight?
No, he fought the Hebrew Hammer. The Hebrew Hammer who popped dirty for a PED, for a performance enhancement drug. Did you know that?
Yeah. Drew, look.
Russell, I'm not lying. That happened. No. Cool. I'm not assuming it.
Okay, show us the x-rays, Drew.
I'm sorry, it sounds good, or is it a fact? You brought up Zab Judah. Zab Judah had a fractured skull, and he fought this dude from Brooklyn, a Jewish man by the name of the Hebrew Hammer. I forget his real name. And he popped dirty. That happened, Russell. That happened.
Yeah, no, I believe that. But Zab had to stop fighting because of the skull fracture. Like, it's
Right,
not. It's
right,
not
right.
something you
No.
just leave off.
The fight was over. Russell, he lost the fight. Went home, right? Had headaches, couldn't sleep. When he went to the hospital, they said you have a fractured skull. And he was put into a medically induced coma. And then later on, the Hebrew Hammer popped dirty and he was suspended. They found that out later. So it's not, I'm not assuming anything. It happened. That happened, Russell. That happened. Deontay Wilder has a dent in the side of his head. And I'm asking you, when did Tyson Fury ever have bone-crushing power? It never happened. It never happened. He's never been a dangerous puncher. As a matter of fact, Russell, where'd that power go since then? Where'd it go? I'll wait.
Yeah, so given that time delay. Yeah, Drew, I don't believe Wilder had a fracture. Otherwise, he would have been suspended for a longer period of time. He's had knockouts after that. He knocked out Dillian, like one or two fights
Where did he knock him out at? Where did he knock Dillian White out at? Where was that at?
It's in England, yeah.
Now,
Was it
why did
Wembley?
he fight in England and not in America?
I know you're going to say he's got some sort of something about criminal issues. No, and all that's cool. You can bring that up, Drew. But
I'm making a point in bringing that up, brother. I'm making a point.
yeah, no, that's cool. You can say that, and that's all right. I'm not going to even try to argue that.
My
I'm
point
saying
is he's no longer allowed on American soil because of his association with Daniel Kinahan, because he's a cheater. And American media doesn't speak on that. They don't speak on that. Okay? My point is the man.
You have to have evidence of it. And I will call Fury cheater if if somebody said, "Oh, Drew Titan did this," I'd be saying, "Okay, you can say that, but you have to prove it before I believe it."
Give me 1 second, brother. Give me 1 second. Talk to my brother iRock. I gotta go do something real quick. Just hang back. Just hang back for 1 second. 1 second. Go ahead, brother. Hold me down for a quick minute. Hold on.
All right, I got you. So, hey, Russell, how you doing, man?
Good, mate.
All right. So, I listened to what you said. You know, just paying attention to it, and I would like to offer my perspective on it. I believe it was a referee by the name of Eddie Cotton. Drew, Sensei, if you guys are watching this, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he said, and I quote, "Fury is the dirtiest fighter I've ever seen, and I've had Andrew Golota 3 times." That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, Deontay Wilder does in fact have an egg-shaped dent in the side of his face, and it has been proven because there are pictures of it. Number one. Number two, not only that, can't remember if it was Drew, Stormy, the General, or BFTB. It was one of them. I don't remember, but one of them had posted a screenshot of the actual physician's report that Deontay Wilder got after Fury 2 that showed not only was the object in his face man-made, but also there's reference to a toxicology report being done the night of that fight. That's number two. Number three, if you remember, Deontay Wilder campaigned and chased Fury for over a year to get the third fight. Number 4, there was another situation that Fury fought with skin gloves, and the ref had to stop him before the fight ever started and get his gloves changed.
That was the detached thumb, and that was versus oh God, I forget the guy's name. But that was the detached thumb. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that happened.
Number 5, when everything came out about Daniel Kinahan, the dirty money, the fixing fights and everything else, I believe that Mauricio Suleiman from the WBC immediately went on damage control when it came out that Bob Arum had in fact paid a consulting fee to Daniel Kinahan.
Yep.
Now, if Daniel Kinahan is this big international crime boss, as obviously we've been led to believe and has been proven in the media, what exactly is he being consulted on in regards to championship boxing? Last but not least, if Fury has no crime ties, he's not a criminal, he doesn't do drugs, he has nothing going on, explain to me this. How is it that Fury has a house in Henderson, Nevada that he cannot step foot in because his entire family, and his team are barred from coming to the United States due to the fact of an association that he has with MTK Global and Daniel Kinahan? Now, everything that I've said in the last 2.5-3 minutes can be proven, and there is actual factual black and white to prove it and to back it up.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Russell. Your response.
Lie again. So you make some good points, and you probably can't argue a lot of them, but that doesn't mean he did in those 2 fights. And if he did, I would condemn him. But what I'd like to see is actual evidence. So show us the drug test where his water's been tainted. Show us the X-rays of the fractured skull. Show us the doctor's report. Show us who's the doctor that took the X-rays. Just show us that stuff. That's good.
You need all of this. iRock, hold on a minute. Russell, I'm gonna put you on with somebody directly from Deontay Wilder's team right now, okay?
Yeah, cool.
All right, here you go. iRock, thank you, brother. I love you, brother.
All right, man, no doubt.
I'm gonna call you later.
All right, no doubt.
Tay Jones in the building.
Hey, what's happening?
What's happening, brother?
Hey.
What's going on, man?
Cook, bro, you go ahead. Y'all got it?
What's the word? What's been happening? I just tuned in. I don't know what's going on.
Well, we could start right here. We was up to the part Wilder Fury Part 2.
Right.
And the flesh that was gouged out of Deontay's ear and the dent in the side of his head.
Right.
That's where we're at. The Russell doesn't believe any of it actually. So we could pick it up, but he doesn't believe that there was a fracture
What
in the
about
skull.
it? I mean, I'm
He
not
doesn't believe
understanding
there's
what
a
about
fracture in
it.
the skull. He doesn't believe it. He hasn't seen a doctor's note or nothing. No doctor report, nothing. He don't believe he was drugged. He doesn't believe. Well, let's take it there. When you called me,
Can
when
you
you was
hear me?
leaving, yeah. Tell me about the phone call that you got when you guys was leaving Vegas.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
You just came back in. What'd you say?
He don't believe. He don't. Elijah, what up, Elijah?
What's happening?
Chilling, brother. Give me 1 minute. Tay, he doesn't believe. Basically, he doesn't believe that Deontay's skull was compromised during the second Fury fight?
Oh shit! Why nobody wanted to talk to the doctor? That was you know, if you ask me, why nobody wanted to talk to the doctor? Why didn't nobody going into the third fight? You know, that was the main question that everybody wanted to ask. People from the
Release
media,
the X-rays.
people from the media wanted to ask that question specifically, but his doctor was there. He pointed to his doctor. Not only did he allocate and point to his doctor, he told everybody, if you got any questions, ask him. Nobody asked that question. They had significant amount of time to ask that question. Not only do we got the same doctor, him and Earl Spence got the same doctor. There's other fighters who know, right? But at the end of the
Tape froze. Okay.
The media would love to hear dirt on Fury. They loved it when he got.
you would love to see it, but why when the media had a chance to speak up and say something, why didn't they? I was there. I was waiting. Nobody said anything. Instead of asking the doctor, guess what they did? Instead of acting the doctor, guess what they did? They went to go crowd Fury on the other side of the room. That's what they did. That's nothing but the truth. And it's on video. I got all the facts. But not only have I said it, not only has Malik Scott said it, not only has Deontay said it, not only has his doctor said it. You know what I'm saying? So when you speak, you got to make sure you speak with that you verify everything. Because it could be a person such as myself who has all the facts and has showed all the facts, right? To leave you looking how you looking now.
Now, Russell, it's one thing to have a conversation with me because a lot of people think I'm just a fan, and that's fine. But Tay Jones, Deontay is actually the godfather to his children. He's actually on the team. He has a direct line to him. So everything you said to me, you can oppose to him now. You could ask him directly. Forget my opinion. I'm just a YouTuber at the end of the day. If that's what people want to believe, that's fine. So everything you said to me in what you wrote in the comment section, I'm gonna read it. Okay, this is what you said to me. 1-6 versus Fury in their second fight. I don't know. You put up these numbers. 3-8 in a fight. In fight 3 versus Fury. 1-0 versus Helenius. 2-10 versus Parker. 0-5 versus Zhang. You talking about the rounds that Deontay lost. That's fine. You said it's not race because Wilder gets beat every race. That's what you said. I'm reading it how you wrote it. He's not a great fighter. Big heart, decent right hand, okay left hook, right uppercut and jab, but a horrible attitude. This is what you said. Won't work for a victory. Thinks he's anointed by God despite losing 4 of his last 5 fights. So let's stop right there.
What so is all of that, I still stand by Drew.
Okay, good. What is the problem with believing that you're anointed by God?
Well, no, he got beat by every race. So he did. Yeah, no, that's cool.
All right, so when you say you're anointed by God, what is the problem with believing that you're anointed by God? What is the problem?
Yeah, no. Well, look, there's no proof of God. And that's cool. You can believe whatever you like, but he's got to get out of this. I'm a king, I'm special.
What is the problem with believing that you're a king and that you're special? Aren't you supposed to believe that, Russell?
No, look, have self-belief. But like he's look, to me, he's always trying to pat himself on the back.
Well, doesn't Tyson Fury call himself the Gypsy King?
Yeah.
He believes he's a king. He calls himself the Gypsy King.
A little bit tongue-in-cheek. Fury's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, a bit like Muhammad. Muhammad was tongue-in-cheek. So Muhammad Ali was funny.
Was he funny or did he back up everything he said?
Man, listen, at the end of the day, At the end of the day, I'm a king too. The person to the left of me, he a king too. The person to my top left, he a king too. I don't understand what you're saying. Because last time I checked, besides the last three, 4 fights, right? If he told you he was gonna leave you ass up, face down, he did. He told Fury to his face, he's gonna be shaking with his eyes rolling backwards. Did he not leave him like that? And the fight should have been called off?
Well,
Absolutely.
Fury was out the first fight, so
Absolutely. Left him on his back with his eyes rolling backwards. Absolutely.
yeah, no, he had
So,
some
but we
magnificent
can
moments,
go
Deontay.
on and on and on. But I think the problem that you're having that is that when you have an African American man in front of you that has a brash voice and can talk hostile, not only be hostile but live up to every word that he says. I think you have a problem with that. That's what I understand. That's what at least that's what I see or hearing.
Am I mistaken on that?
Look, he hit him with a couple absolute curlers, no question.
I'm trying to figure out what's the difference between him calling himself anointed by God and referring to himself as a king, and Tyson Fury, who's a known drug addict. He schmoozes with cartel leaders. He's been a cheater, and it's okay for him to refer to himself as a king. And meanwhile, I've watched him in his last 3 fights look horrible in Saudi, and he doesn't get half the criticism. He didn't get, matter of fact,
Honestly,
he didn't get any of the criticism that Deontay has gotten. Any. And he's
I'm criticizing Fury.
Well, are you on other channels that refuse to criticize Fury? No, you came to my comment section when I'm talking up Deontay, and you typed what you typed. I just read it. That's what you typed. I just read it. Brother, King Russell, I just read it. I just read it.
No, I think Fury got some criticism saying
I
that he
just
won
don't
2
think.
fights. Clearly didn't. Usyk clearly beat Fury, in my opinion.
Okay, but do you understand? I'm addressing what you just read. Okay, you said won't work for the victory. Thinks he's anointed by God despite losing 4 of his last 5 fights. I can't think of many Hall of Famers that get to the Hall of Fame without a loss. Muhammad Ali's great, but the man has a few losses, and that's just what it is. But that doesn't.
Honestly, I come from a family full of preachers. I'm anointed.
Yeah, I know. No, I know America's got, there's a lot of belief there.
Okay, but your comments in here that I've read, it's all over the place. It seems like you have a problem with him saying he's anointed by God. All right, you're throwing around he lost 4 of his last 5 fights. You're bringing up Parker and Zhang. I asked you, did you see my post fight on Zilly Zhang? We gave Zhang nothing but credit and praise. He fought a hell of a fight, man. I ain't got no problem with Zhang.
Absolutely.
You talk about Edgy Cabiel. We call Edgy Cabiel the giant killer, and we think he's being underrated, and he should be getting more praise for doing what he's doing. That's why I asked you, when did you find my channel? Because we talk boxing here. I love Deontay. That's my brother, but I'm also going to keep it very official over here. I'm not going to lie for him. I don't have to.
Drew, I heard you say that you thought Deontay should avoid Deontay.
So you also say I'm blowing smoke up Wilder's arse. That's not true. That's not true. That's absolutely not true. I speak up where people won't. That's why what I do here is important. That's why I asked you, when did you find my channel? Or did I pop up on your algorithm? You just zoomed over here just to see me just talking nonsense about Deontay. I don't need to talk nonsense about him. When my brother lost, I talked about the loss. There was no smoke and mirrors with Zilly Zhang. He ate a punch and he lost.
I know.
Bottom line, that's it. That happened.
I
It's
most
okay.
certainly
It's
did too.
boxing.
Fury, can I qualify what I said about blowing wind up his ass? Everybody's saying Wilder, you're the greatest puncher ever, and that's okay. He's got a good punch, but he does need to hear, in my opinion.
Well, let's unpack what you said. Let's unpack what you said, because in one comment, you're all over the place. And it makes you look a certain way.
You gotta ask yourself, out of all the guys in the heavyweight, who name one guy that stood up to his right hand whenever he was able to throw it without hesitating and being hesitant with it. Name one guy. Because even at 300, damn near 400, well, I'm sorry, damn near at 300 pounds, you've seen Fury big ass fall. Everybody. What that man has and displays, you can't coach nor teach that.
Yeah, give him a minute, Tay. He has a delay. He has a delay. You know, that's why there's a pause. He has a delay.
Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Hello?
Russell, did you hear what Tay asked?
Yeah, you saying who held up the Zhang's punch? Is that what he's saying?
No, I'm saying out of all the heavyweights, who held up to the right hand? None of them.
Well, there was a couple of guys, Tay. So there was Duhalpus wasn't even dropped. Duhalpus ate about 6 million right hands before the ref stopped it.
What you don't know on that fight, Duhalpus actually was out a couple times before being woken back up by multiple punches. What you don't know is Duhalpus spent nearly 2 months after that fight in the hospital.
Johan Duhalpus.
Duhalpus wasn't even dropped.
Duhalpus was in the hospital for 2 months.
Is it Washington? The guy who got straight back up and then the ref picked it off?
Gerald Washington was hurt off the first punch.
Gerald Washington, yeah. He was okay.
Who was okay?
Washington. He jumped straight back up and then the ref just waved it off. Of
course, he wasn't okay.
Hey?
Who else?
But look, nobody's saying Deontay hasn't got a great right hand. He does, but he needs to improve certain areas. That's all I'm saying. He's got to tie up.
I think every fighter does.
He's really got to work on. And Tay, you should be all over this. He needs to not just throw the left, right. He should be throwing left to the body, left upstairs.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Let
me ask you this.
Not too predictable.
When did you start watching Deontay? When did you start watching Deontay?
Look, I really, Tay, we've got a overlap again, a delay, and I saw him. Like I started taking notice before he fought Fury, just before he fought Fury. And
okay, all right, stop right there. Well, then, if you started watching him just before Fury, everything that you just said, you can't. I gotta discredit you because everything that you just said, leading up to Fury, he was doing. So I gotta discredit what you just saying. Now, when you saying somebody blowing smoke up Wilder's arse, it sounds like you're the one who blowing smoke up someone's arse because you just told me you just started watching him before he fought Fury. If you just started watching him before Fury, then that means you dead ass wrong because guess what? Everything that you just said, if you go back and look when he was 15-0, 16-0, all the way up to maybe like 30 and some change, everything that you just said he was doing. But guess what? Sometimes you can go through a full camp and only be in the ring for 2 minutes, and after the 2 minutes, everything that you learn Everything that you say, you got to discredit yourself. Just not knowledgeable as you just said. You started watching him right around the time you fighting Fury. That don't make any sense. That means you didn't watch him beforehand.
He's not doing it in the big fights against Fury and Parker.
It seems that you're basing Deontay's entire career off of the last 3 Fury fights.
Well, that you can say that, Drew. That's fair.
Yeah, and that's unfair to him.
Like he did
That's
well
basically
against
what I'm.
lesser opposition for sure.
Oh, Tay fell off. He'll come back. It's unfair. It's unfair. The treatment, and you don't live here in America. The treatment that he's received from the American audience is absurd, but it's actually very typical. Ali received that same treatment in his prime, right here on our soil. In fact, nobody loved him until he was retired and talking funny. That's the truth. Seeing it with Devin Haney right now, we seeing it with Floyd Mayweather. Hate is hate. And this is why we do what we do here. Now, you yourself said at the top of the show, you understand the difficulties that black fighters have had to deal with. You said that.
Muhammad
I didn't say
his
that.
gold medal in the river because he got hassled by white people.
Oh, okay. All right. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of something called the Black Murderers Row?
No, I think he was loved, but not by everybody.
Have you ever heard of the Black Murderers Row? You know about that?
Yeah. Now look.
Okay. All right. So you know about things like that. All right. I don't know how far you've educated yourself in reference to it, but what I will tell you, although there's more money involved, nothing's changed. Absolutely nothing has changed. So what happens is when you see Deontay, all right, and you know his story, you said you know his story. All right. If you look on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, you see this brother here, Elijah Pierce. His camera's off right now. He's dealing with something similar right now. He's a fighter. He's dealing with something very similar right now. Okay. So we speak up for the voiceless. We speak up for the voiceless. And when Deontay Wilder has literally come from nothing to accomplish what he's accomplished, and what he's gone through with Tyson Fury, all right, that was an organized effort. There was an organized effort to stump what he's doing. I'll give you another example of that. Something you might not know. That's why I asked you if you're familiar with my channel. Anthony Joshua came to my city and he was cheated. And I spoke on that. Anthony Joshua was cheated. Did you know that?
How was Joshua cheated?
When he came to fight Andy Ruiz, my buddy who died, God rest his soul, he died during COVID. But he was doing security at Madison Square Garden. He called me. I went to work that night. He called me. He says, yo, what's up with your boy? I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, the tall British kid, because he don't watch boxing. I said, what's the matter with him? He said, he's downstairs sweating like he has diarrhea. He's mumbling to himself. He has no shoes on. He said, who's the tall British guy? I said, that got to be Eddie Hearn. He says, yo, he's on the phone talking about, I don't know. There was something wrong with him. And I said, what? So when I went home to watch the fight on television, but I forget which round it is, but AJ is clearly not himself, and he's in the corner talking about, why do I feel this way? Dickhead, you was poisoned. They poisoned that kid. They poisoned him. They got him just like they got Deontay Wilder. Now, you know why I'm bringing that up? They got AJ just like they got Deontay. Because this might be uncomfortable for you to speak on, but nobody wanted an undisputed black heavyweight champion. Not in this day and time. Huh?
Turkey do.
Turkey Al-Sheikh did, but he was about 4 or 5 years too late. He was about 4 or 5 years too late. And Turkey Al-Sheikh out and out said that a black
Drew and
heavyweight
Ty.
champion to boxing is very important. He said that. I didn't say that. He said that. But getting back to AJ and getting back to Deontay, the sport didn't want an undisputed black heavyweight champion. Lennox Lewis was too much. Floyd Mayweather running around here was too much. Andre Ward, he got out just in time. But they poisoned AJ. And he's too stupid to realize it until it was too late. And I had that news, and I got on here and I said that. I said, look, I'm not an AJ guy, but they poisoned that kid. They poisoned him. And they fucked him up. That was his first loss. And they took him to come to New York to do that shit. And if you look at Eddie Hearn's face, he did not know what was going on. But they humbled Eddie Hearn that day. They humbled him. And we still don't have Wilder versus AJ. There's really no value to it anymore. But you know what we got right away as soon as it was available? We got Usyk versus Fury. Now, why did that take 2 seconds to make? But we couldn't seal the deal with AJ and Wilder. You see what I mean? So when I talk about it's a race thing, and I get you, and I'm not disrespecting you. We're just having a conversation, Russell. When a white male from Australia gets in my comment section and says it's not a race thing, but then the first thing you say on my channel is, I understand what black fighters have gone through in America. It's a contradiction. You understand what I'm saying? It's a contradiction. Your response to that?
No, mate, it's pretty cool. More black people in history, but yes, your fighters have gone through it as well. I mean, Muhammad especially. But look, in the end, African American men have dominated boxing. Joe Louis, Frazier, Muhammad, Foreman, Norton, mate, you guys, your people can be proud, right? You guys are warriors. There's no question about that, right? And you've dominated boxing. So, I see you guys.
Russell, you can hear me, brother?
I can, but I got that delay happening again.
Yeah, I know. Are you familiar with? This is where I bring in Elijah. Are you familiar? I'm gonna make a point. Are you familiar with Inui?
Yeah, he's a young Asian guy, right?
Yeah, the Japanese fella. You see, they're
he's
making
good,
a
right?
big deal out of him, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
He's good-looking fella, I guess, and exciting fighter. So yeah, I guess I can see it. I can see why they're doing that.
Okay.
Go
so
on.
Now, no one is questioning the marketing behind that kid, and Turkey Al-Sheikh just gave him a shitload of money. But you see the gentleman right here, Elijah Pierce, right here on the screen. This gentleman right here.
I do. Yeah.
I firmly believe that he'll whoop his ass. I firmly believe that, and
I'll be watching, Drew.
This gentleman right here,
nobody.
And this gentleman right here also fully serviced Tank Davis in the sparring session. Fully serviced him, just like Devin Haney serviced Tank Davis. This man did it first, actually, I believe. Elijah, you did it first, didn't you? He did it first. Okay, but you got to ask yourself, why isn't this gentleman getting the recognition that he deserves? And this is where the business of boxing comes in. Inui got highlights in his hair and he got his eyebrows done. And this young man is an African American, and he can't get a look, and he has all the skill in the world. Elijah, let the people know who you are for those that don't know.
Yes, like I said, the Wolf Elijah Pierce, top 5 contender at featherweight and super bantamweight. Pretty much, man. That's literally the problem I'm going through right now. As Drew said, like I said, none of the top fighters want to fight me. None of them want to step in the ring with me. I've been calling out top fighters for years. I mean, I've beaten whoever they put in front of me. I'm on an 11-fight win streak right now. Now I'm by knockout. I've beaten three former world title challengers. At this point, I really don't know where else I can really go. I just continue to beat whoever they put in front of me. So simple as
Elijah,
that.
I wish you the best. Just get a good promoter, bud. I mean, your skill will talk for itself.
I mean, and I've heard that a lot, and I just have to believe that's true. But ultimately,
Some promoters seem to get the fights done though, like Eddie.
a lot of these fighters who are backed by major promotions, they are not willing to step in there and put their career at risk at all. Especially like one of Eddie's fighters in particular, his name is Marajan Akmadali.
Yep.
He's purposefully ducked about 2 or 3 black fighters, top-notch fighters. Even Stephen Fulton, which me and him, I don't like him. Me and him have personal beef, but he ducked him. He ducked me. I was supposed to fight him for the WBA interim belt. The list goes on and so forth. There's a lot of guys who are not of color who benefit, I would say, and they don't exactly have to go the hard roads that men of color like myself would have to go through at times.
Elijah, you're in Japan right now, right?
Yes.
How's that going?
It's great, man. Just taking in the experience. Making some money, providing for my children, and just soaking it all in. I'm finally making my return back to the ring in July. I've been out the ring almost a year. I've spoken to you privately about that. I don't know exactly what was the reason or what behind it. I'm on an 11-fight win streak, 9 by knockout.
What's your ranking right now? What's your ranking?
I'm top 5. Like I said, I just moved up from a super bantamweight. I was top 5 in all sanctioning bodies. I was basically top 5. I was 4, 5, and 6. I was 4. What was it? I was 3, 4, and 6. Excuse me, 3, 4, and 6, and then WBC was gonna rank me 5. And at featherweight now, I'm currently number 4 in the WBA. I'll be 5 in the WBC after this next fight in July, and then the rest of the sanctioning bodies will follow suit after. But
now you just said you've been on the show for a year.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Russell, this kid is top 5, all sanctioning bodies. Why are we not talking about him?
Yeah, Drew, it's a travesty. And you know what? We really need people like Dana White coming in boxing who make the best fight the best. And Elijah then would be watching him fight the top guys, right? So
yeah. Now Russell,
I hate boxing that the best guys don't get their chances. So yeah, I'm with you, mate.
Right. Now Russell, I did a whole video about how I stated that the conventional way that boxing is being done, it needs to burn like Rome. I said that. I said people may not like Dana White, but boxing needs Dana White to crack that whip so the best can start fighting the best, which is why I celebrate that. I celebrate Turkey Out of Sheep, and I celebrate all the fighters that went over there, not only to get money, but they're being compensated for. They're not going over there for no reason. They go over there and they fighting their contemporaries.
100%.
You know what I mean?
I'm on board with all of that, mate. Agree wholeheartedly.
Right. So this is what I do here on this channel. You understand what I'm saying? It sounds like, you see, Russell, I don't think you're a bad dude. I don't think you're a bad dude at all. I just think you were typing and you conflated a whole lot of things in the comment section and everything was jumbled up. And I get that a lot. And it's like, it made you come off a certain way, which is why I invited you up here to clear the air. You understand what I'm saying?
Drew, the delay, like I heard like about 20 voices then. But look, I am a good guy.
You understand what I'm saying, Russell? And boxing for me doesn't start and end with Deontay Wilder. I'm almost 50 years old. Okay, I've been watching boxing with a critical eye. I've been watching all my life, but I started watching it with a critical eye when I was literally like 9 or 10 years old. And I've been in gyms, so I'm not just a casual. You understand? And as I
know it's been a dirty sport in the past, and there's probably some dirt out there now. Hopefully, it gets better. And you know, we hope your black brothers. I hope your black brothers do well.
Yeah, you understand. And that's why I brought Elijah up. Because it's deeper and it's I want you to understand that I can't change your mind about how you feel about what Deontay Wilder says happened to him. But in the same breath, you also acknowledge that, black fighters are treated a certain way in America. You also acknowledge that.
I agree with that.
Right. And what I'm telling you is, bottom line, Deontay Wilder was a victim of that because he represented something a lot more deeper than boxing. And once they assisted the foreigner, because Fury's a foreigner to us, once they assisted, listen to what I'm saying, they assisted the 6'9", 300-pound, bald-headed white man, because America has no white heroes in outside of the NFL. There's none in boxing. There's none in boxing. So the only person they can identify with is Tyson Fury. And they would rather assist him in that than to allow Deontay Wilder with his story, because you said you love his story. They can't allow that because it means too much. It gives us too much hope. So they would rather take down a person that could potentially be in their eyes, a Messiah. That's why the brother said he's anointed. And the way he was treated proves that he was anointed. Was Jesus not nailed to the cross? He was saying he was anointed, but people couldn't stand him. Am I comparing Deontay to Jesus? No. What I'm saying is the behavior is there because he's a man of God and Jesus set the tone and he's following in his footsteps. You understand what I'm saying, brother? He's a Christian. He's a devoted Christian. You understand? So when you follow in the path of Jesus, people tend to not like it, especially people that don't understand it. So when he says I'm anointed, that means he's blessed. And he's proven that. You said yourself, you love his story. That's all this is. He's a man of God, and this is what they did to him. Tyson Fury will tell you he's a man of God, but I'm looking at all the drug dealers. He's been publicly intoxicated more than once. That was documented. He's cheated. But it's the way of life for him. But what's happened to him towards his last 3 fights, when he was cleaning off drugs, he almost lost to Francis Ngannou, a fight that most people said he won. He looked like shit in that fight, and he lost to a cruiserweight 2 times. Almost got knocked out the first time he fought him. And I said, wow, where's this bone-crushing power? Usyk, who's a good dude, saw him in Manhattan over the weekend. Usyk put the beats on him. And everyone said he was going to lose that fight. But the world generated compliance because they'd rather have Usyk saying, I'm an undisputed heavyweight champion than Deontay Wilder with that story of triumph. The man was delivering beer off of a truck and said, I can't support my handicapped daughter like this. So he started fighting at a late age. He was the only boxer to get a medal on an American team the year that we competed, the only fighter. And he's been outweighed in all of his fights. The man is about 215 pounds. But for some reason, when he hits you clean with that right hand, you go to sleep. The guy is a hero. The guy is motivational. And what I'm telling you is that white America can't stand that about him. They couldn't stand it. And every time he did something well, they were talking about, they amplified what he didn't do well. I never said he was the best pure boxer in the world, but he made up for it with his power and his height. Every fighter he ever fought is outweighed him. You understand? And with all of that against him, he still had to be cheated, Russell. He was cheated. And if he wasn't cheated, I wouldn't be talking about it. The man was cheated. Absolutely. Absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, he was cheated. But because he's a black man in this world, nobody wants to hear it. And Tyson Fury had the protection of the WBC. He had to protect. Let me tell you about the WBC, Russell. Mauricio Suleiman. All right, that guy. When Deontay said he got cheated, you know what he said to us? Mauricio said, we are just trying to ruin a perfect night of boxing, and a historical night of boxing. And he referred to us as dummies and stupid and everything else. I mean, it was just disrespectful. This is the same guy.
What happened after that?
After that, a few things happened after that, Tay. This is the same guy. This is the same guy, right? That when Rio Togo, a Japanese female fighter, got into the ring with a woman by the name of La Barbie, when they heard that Rio Togo skinned her gloves, the gloves was on his desk the next day, and they investigated her and reversed the call. Now, why is it that your defending WBC champion didn't even get extended that same courtesy? You know why? Because he was down in Dubai with Daniel Kinahan, Russell. He was down there with that guy. And we told him, man, that guy's a criminal. Why the fuck are you down there in Dubai with that guy? He said, I'm not judging Daniel Kinahan off of what an Interpol and law enforcement said. I'm going to judge him from what he does for boxing moving forward. I'd be damned, the next week, they put a $5 million bounty on that man's head. And then he apologized.
What else happened that Mauricio did and said? What else did he do?
What happened to Deontay?
Yeah.
After
he said he was where?
What, in Dubai?
No. He said he was in a locker room, right?
Oh, the locker room. Oh, that was brilliant. Oh, yeah. He told us there's no way Fury cheated because I was in both locker rooms and I watched the hand wraps and watched the gloves. It's in writing, Russell. Tay Jones sent me the video and asked me, where do you see Mauricio Suleiman? He goes into the locker rooms, he greets the fighters, he leaves. He didn't see no hand wraps, he lied. He didn't see Deontay put on the gloves, he lied. If you ask Mauricio how many people it takes to put on Deontay Wilder's gloves, he gonna stare at you. I know the exact amount of number. I'm not gonna say it here, but it's more than one person. I'll say that. But I ain't gonna say the number to put on those gloves. And by the way, if it takes that amount of people, if it takes more than one person to put on a boxer's gloves, how the hell was Tyson Fury's glove flapping around in the first fight? I didn't catch it in the first fight. Charles Martin caught that in the first fight. I said, oh shit, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Mauricio Suleiman is a liar, bro. The guy has a track record longer than my dick, and that's long. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The guy's a liar. The guy's a liar. The guy's a liar. He is a liar.
And to even add on that, I know the audience may not even know this, but the only person who on this call who knows this is Drew. But when people was asking or saying, why are you coming out now saying anything? Yeah, one thing what people didn't know is I knew the same night. That's let's be clear. But I couldn't say nothing until Al said, do not say anything until after the contract is signed. So for a while, I couldn't say anything.
It's like I'm hearing 20 voices. Thank you for having me on the show. Mate, I think we agree as probably a little bit more than we would disagree. Totally respect you and your show. Keep it going. And I'll drop a comment every now and then, but appreciate you for being so welcoming. And thanks to Tay, and we wish Deontay and all the other African American boys from the US the best going forward. As I do, I wish them all the best. Yeah. So, I'll say goodbye because I can hear about 20 voices because of this delay. But let me say once again, thank you very much. And I'll be watching your show. Thanks, Drew, and thanks, Tay.
Excellent, Russ.
Elijah.
Yeah.
Excellent, Russ. Talk to you soon. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. Well, I you know, y'all know what that's about. The gentleman left a comment, and it was very conflated. I mean, he left a whole book, and I'm like, what is this? Deontay got somebody mad. I'm like, the fight's coming up, but so I said, all right, well, pull up, we have a conversation, and every now and again, I let y'all know that I got to do that, so y'all could see what I'm talking about. Y'all can see what I'm talking about, and always you always got to stand on, you got to stand on your business, and there's a way, you don't always have to have everybody come up here and have to be a scream and holler and curse. You ain't got to do all of that. What do I always say? Let them talk. Just let them talk. Let them talk. Let them talk. It's all good. Let me go to Elijah, man. So you in Japan right now, brother? What's good?
Yeah, bro. Hold on. Oh, there we go. I was like, what the hell wrong with this camera? Yeah, man. Just out here grinding, working, man. Just trying to keep making the way. Oh yeah, I get a chance to say what's up to you, bro. What's good, Tay?
What's up with you? You ain't got none of that double rice out there?
Oh, hey, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's crazy.
You already know the vibe.
What
Yes,
part of
sir.
Japan you in?
I'm in Osaka.
Osaka?
Yeah.
What's that like, man? What's that like?
I mean, it's cool. I really want to go to Tokyo before I leave, but I got to try to hop on the train. I think it's like 2 hours on the bullet train or something like that. But Osaka more like I guess the retiree community. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little more slow. It's slow. Everybody be chilling. It's a lot of elderly folks for sure. So it's that type of vibe. It's cool though. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to see the sights, and like I said, man, this is my first time out the country, and it's always been my dream to go to Japan. So,
look at what Box did for you, brother. You made it to Tokyo. You made it to Japan before I did, because that's on my bucket list. I just want to go out there.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny too. While you was talking about it, I wanted to low key interject a little bit when he was talking about being anointed, because I believe I'm anointed. Like I said, my name is Elijah. I believe my name was Elijah for a reason.
That's right. That's right. There's nothing wrong with a man. I mean, my dad told me I was great. He told me every day. I was with him yesterday. He said, "You're great, man." You know what I'm saying? That's what fathers are supposed to do. That's what a village is supposed to do. That's what your mama's supposed to do. And I wanted him to understand that as a white man, I'm reading how he wrote it, bro. I'm going to read it to y'all. Because it was jumbled up. And this was just on my page out of nowhere. I'm like, who is this?
Bro,
I'm going to read exactly what he said. This is what he said. It's in writing. You go to my page. I didn't block it or nothing. He says, it's not race, because Wilder gets beat by every race. He's not a great fighter. Big heart, decent right hand, okay left hook, right uppercut, and jab, but a horrible attitude. You hear that? A horrible attitude, right? Won't work for victory, thinks he's anointed by God despite losing 4 of his last 5. This is what he said. I'm reading this like, where he was. They started talking about Parker and Zhang, and I'm like, whoa. And he was all over the place. So rather than me go back and forth with him, I said, man, why don't you just come on and we can have a conversation? And I'm glad we did that. But Jesus was anointed, but they nailed his ass to the cross.
Right.
That was the ultimate thing. They killed him. What's
I
losing
think
4 or 5
one of
boxing
the
matches?
things, and definitely one of the things that obviously that caught my attention once again is just the disparaging of black fighters, just constantly
Isn't that wild?
compared to these other races. Like it's just facts, bro. Like I'm
gonna tell you how God works, Elijah. I'm gonna tell you how God works. I didn't plan on you pulling up this morning, and you hit me this morning in the text, and I said this is perfect, and I'm glad you came up so he got to know you. And I'm talking about, but and before the show started, when he started, he was talking about, hey, I know what black fighters went through in America. I said, oh, okay, so you know, because Elijah, you dealing with that right now. Top 5 contender, all sanctioning bodies. Anui just got knocked on his ass. He likes left hooks, and I'm telling you, he's gonna run into the right one.
For the second time.
Second time, this dude, he's just an animal. He just walks forward. That actually plays into what you do.
And he's good. And he's good. I would say he is good, but I know exactly what. Man, the funny thing about dude is like, I mean, you commented, you seen it, Drew. They trying to chew my ass down just because I literally said a fucking opinion.
Yeah.
I never said anyway ain't a great fighter. I never said I never said even nothing negative in what I said in my tweet. I didn't even know Overtime was gonna post it. I just was on Twitter, and then next thing I know, I'll go on Instagram, and they posted it, and it went viral. It went viral as hell, and I'm like, people really upset because I said this man is gonna lose at 26, and they
now it's funny how you can say that, and the only way to rectify that is to what? Fight you. Who's that dude he fought? I ain't even gonna hold you. Who's the dude he fought? The dude I heard he like literally was driving Uber prior to that. Who was that guy?
Yeah, I mean he was ranked. He was ranked one spot ahead of me. He was number 2. I was number 3 in the WBA. But all the other sanctioning bodies, I was ranked ahead of him. Really, realistically, this is what happened. That was supposed to be my fight. Realistically, it really was. I was supposed to fight anyway. Right. I couldn't make the weight no more. I tried. I couldn't make the weight.
Right.
So I had to go up. Me and Sean Gibbons talked about it. I couldn't make the weight. Like it was to the point where it was getting detrimental to my health. I couldn't make the weight no more.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Exactly. And I even thought about that. I trust me, it wasn't enticing, of course. Who the fuck didn't want to get $1 million to fight that man? And I know I would beat him. I know in my heart, in my spirit, everything I love, I will beat that man. But I had to really make a conscious and mature decision. Okay, if I do fight him, I already fought San Martin, and I was in, and I couldn't speak on everything, but I'm like, that I was very hurt during that fight, and a lot of the damage was caused from the weight cut. So I'm like, okay, let's put this in perspective. If I fight a Nui like that, I'll be probably like 40-50% at already off rip.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Not against him. Oh shit, he froze.
Yeah, it been fucking up the whole time for real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what'd you say, Drew? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, you had froze for a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but what you had said? You said something I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I said you ain't want to go in, underweight and fucked up against.
I didn't want to go in half cocked. No, because then if just like I did San Martin, I fought that fight like 40%. Bro, I was injured the whole fight. Nobody knows, like I was wincing in pain that whole fight. Yet I still dropped his ass and it really knocked him out with that body shot, but they didn't, they called it a low blow, and I just had to fight my way through it. And I adjusted and I fought and still won the fight by unanimous decision. But I didn't make no excuses. I didn't cry about it during that post-fight interview. I won the fight, and that was that. But when it came to anyway, I'm like, no, there is no way possible I would put myself in position to do that, because one, I know he's a strong guy, and I was like, I would just put myself at risk of being knocked out. And then what's everybody gonna say if that does happen? And I'm not, all they're gonna say, oh, See, I knew you couldn't hang with anyway. See, I knew you ain't deserve to be in. Like, that's all people gonna do is talk shit. So,
Right.
no, like that's the
Now-
smart
now-
thing for me to do.
Here's what I'm gonna say about that. When I was watching you fight and you had that little trouble, I ain't tell you this, but I punched my fucking wall and I swelled up my middle knuckle. Like I hit the wall, like I was angry. Because I was screaming in here like, no. I said, get the fuck up. And when you got up, I looked at your face and I said, he's up now. It's up now. And you proceeded to whoop his ass. And what my brother Shabazz in the chat says, when you're anointed, that means God has given you the ability to carry a burden. In other words, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. All right? I've never seen you quit. I've never seen Deontay quit. Errol Spence got whooped around the ring by Bud. He didn't quit. The ref stopped it. You understand? Fighters, boxers are built different. But you don't have to be a boxer to be a fighter. You understand? And that's what people don't understand about you. They don't understand about Deontay. They don't understand, oh, well, you know, Errol got his ass whooped. He didn't quit.
Man, that the fact that a Nui got dropped twice and people still they still keep trying to bring that shit up in response to me. Oh, you got dropped. But like, even though the dude that dropped me was his fucking sparring partner. That was his sparring partner. Anui's sparring partner. And then on top of that, he's a 3-time world title challenger. I overlooked the dude. I got caught, got back up, and then stopped him. I literally got mad, turned the switch, and said, "You know, I'm gonna fucking stop him," and then stopped him. So if that doesn't go to show the caliber of person, caliber of heart, the caliber of, you know what I'm saying, dog that I have in me, but of course they'll glorify the shit out of it anyway. Oh, he's a real monster. He nobody can hurt him, and he's gonna you hurt him, he's gonna come back and get you. But they will constantly try to justify him and then try to shit on me about it.
Yeah, of course, they're not gonna give you the same courtesy because you're black.
Of course,
they're not gonna give you the same courtesy. I've watched that dude eat. I watched Nonito broke his face, man. Nonito broke his face. You understand?
Yeah,
this dude loves left.
Yeah.
The dude loves lefts. He loves left hooks, and you're gonna oblige him. And if people think that they don't have scouts, all fighters have this. If these people think that they don't have scouts saying, okay, you know, we got these guys here in the top 10, avoid this motherfucker at all costs. This guy. I'm willing to bet, Elijah, you're one of those guys. I'm willing to bet that. Don't fight him. Fight him. Do not fight him. And for those of you that are sitting here, you know, with your lips poked out, talk about no, listen, nobody. I was good and grown when Buster Douglas beat the shit out of Mike Tyson. And before y'all start talking about a long count and Mike was over in Japan, fucking bitches and everything else, let me ask y'all a question. Why you never ran it back? No! Exactly. He never ran it back, did he? He never did. Think about that. He never did. Some people just have that sauce. I didn't think that Antonio Tarver was going to flatline Roy Jones in that second fight. He did it. And it wasn't no lucky punch or nothing. He did it. And then in the third fight, he just proved I'm just better than Roy. That's just it. That's just what it is. Vernon Forrest, Shane Mosley. I spoke to Shane Mosley for 2 hours in Manhattan just last Friday. And he said what it was. He said, yo, man, it's just some guy just got it over you. Vernon was his kryptonite. What had happened with Vernon? Got right in the ring with Mayorga, and Mayorga was his kryptonite. There was nothing he could do with Mayorga, and it was weird. So what makes y'all think that Elijah ain't got that sauce? What makes you think that Elijah ain't got that remedy for what Anui's bringing? The man's been dropped. He's not a monster. He's not like that. He's celebrated. Just because you're celebrated don't mean you're the shit. Run it. I say run it. I got love for Cool Boy, but y'all got to run that, man. Y'all got to run that.
Man,
Y'all got to run it, man. Look, it's a sport.
me and Tay done had many conversations about that. We had many conversations.
I knew you was about to bring this shit up, man.
Hey, dog, you know, we done had many conversations about that, dude. And like, once again, I've never disrespected him on the tip of like how things started. I still think he's a good fighter. I give him all the respect in the world. You know what I'm saying? For what he's done, for what he's accomplished. But for him, you know, just a side note, but for him to continue to disrespect me and for him to continue to not oblige the fact that I want to see him in the ring, and instead he wants to continue to try to do this tough street shit where he keeps saying he wants to fight me on the street, that I can't respect at all. And now I think he and Tay, I know that's your boy, but your boy is a bitch. And that's just what it is. Straight like that.
I knew y'all. I knew you was getting ready to come with this shit, man. I knew it.
I mean, like
that's
I said,
why I've been looking at.
I wasn't even gonna really try to speak on it like that. But you know, like I said, dude, literally, like it's. I posted it. He keeps saying he wants to fight me on the street.
I saw it. That's why every time I see it, I just scroll past it.
Yeah, I'm like, nigga, for what? Like, why would you want to do that? Like, that's crazy.
Man,
like,
I'm just sitting up here shaking my head. I'm like, man, what the fuck, man?
You know what? You know, I know Tay could be uncomfortable. Y'all ever had two boys in your set and you cool both of them, but they just don't get along?
Right, man. That's how it is. That's how it is right now. And I'm like, man.
I know, man. Look, here's what I believe. Y'all just need to do it for the culture, man. Y'all could dap it up when it's over.
Absolutely. And the crazy part was I'm not against that whatsoever. That's how I envisioned it. But he's like really taking it to another level in terms of how he's dealing with it. That part is really kind of got me like side eye, because I never thought he was that type of person. I don't know the dude, but it's like I just never thought. I'm like, wow, you really trying to take it there, bro? I'm not a street dude. I've never claimed to be.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a street dude. I've never claimed to be.
Did you see his interview? You saw his interview with Andre Ward recently?
Yeah, I saw some of it. Yeah, I seen some of it.
Bro, you know what had me going, man? When he told me that shit, when he told Ward about that shit with his mom, what his mom said when the Nui knocked him down.
That was the part I seen. That was the part I seen.
That was crazy. I was like, oh, come on, bro. She didn't do that. And I felt bad, but now
I did it.
I
didn't feel bad at all. Only the reason why I didn't feel bad is because everybody goes through shit. I have my ex-wife was doing me all types of dirty while I was literally about to fight and everything. So it's like people go through shit. Yeah.
And it manifests in the ring. It's supposed to motivate y'all, but that's what we talk about. Being anointed means that you're built to carry a burden. Because watch this, the bills don't stop. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? We can't. We're men, man. We ain't got time to cry about shit. Ain't no one gonna feel sorry for us. We got to get to work. You understand? All I see is you working. So I like you versus Cool Boy. I like that. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, what I really want for you, I want that a Nui smoke. I watched that shit. I said, man, Elijah kills this dude, bro. And
if he comes up, that was pretty much what I was referring to too. I'm saying if he comes up, he ain't beating me, damn show, and he ain't beating nobody else at 26. I don't see it. Well, I mean, I believe he beats Cool Boy again, and I believe he beats Nick Ball, but I don't think he beats Espinoza or Angelo Leo, to be honest, or nor me. But that's just my opinion.
Nah, he beats Leo.
Say again, Tay.
I said he definitely.
He beats Leo. I mean, Like I said, he might. I mean, it ain't that deep where I just think like, oh no. But yeah, I just think Leo's a pretty tough guy, tough fighter. I think he'd be a hard fight for him. But yeah, he could probably beat him. But all I know is he ain't beating me. He damn sure ain't beating me. And then I don't think he beat Espinoza either.
Yeah, they were really adamant in protecting him on the broadcast. They was like, no, man, get the Tank fight out your mind. And I'm like, hold on, Tank's team. I have it on video. They said they'd like to see him in the ring with a newbie. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? Why is that okay? That's not okay. That's not okay. You know what I mean? He got work. If he can go up and meet Tank between 135 and 122, then he could face you at 126. What is the problem? They putting the weight of the world on this kid's shoulder. So I want to see him do it. Let's do it. And my thing is this. I'm seeing all these Latin last names. They're going to throw them in there with a bunch of those guys because they think we as black fight fans don't support our own. And that drives me absolutely bonkers. Man. You know what I'm saying? Steph had to go over there and fight. You know what I'm saying? You there right now. I'm telling you right now, he agreed to fight you. I'm stopping what I'm doing. I'm making a fucking trip. I'm gonna be the loudest nigga in the building because the Japanese audience is quiet until something happens.
For sure.
I'm gonna act cool in there. I'm turning up. I'm turning up. I don't give a damn, man. That's some bullshit. We've been disrespected.
Sure.
2025 is 2025 is the eye opener. You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold on.
I cried real deal tears when I had to move up and I had to pass on that damn fight. Like I wanted that fight more than anything because I already know what it would do for my life. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was what it was, man. You know, I can't cry over spilled milk now. You know, it is what it is. I moved out of 26. He's supposed to go to 26 to finish out his whole, goal or whatever. So there's an opportunity for me to still see him. So that's what I'm trying to make happen. But I'm trying to get another, some other of these other top fighters to step in the ring with me, but they don't want to. I'm high risk, low reward, so they say. And so only thing I can do is stay on my promoters' asses and tell them to stay on their fucking job and get it done. I don't know what else to do.
So what is Sean and company doing, like, as far as trying to get you in the mix with that?
I mean,
I
just talked to Sean the other day. He told me, he said he's gonna work on it and so on and so forth. So I mean, I just said, only thing I can do is say okay. I mean, end of the day, everybody knows I've been buying and calling for these fights for years. Like, this is factual. Like, everybody knows I've been wanting the fights. I've been beating everybody they put in front of me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm calling out folks left and fucking right. Like I said, and then the little beef stuff, that just keeps happening just off of humbug shit. Like I said, I ain't even doing nothing to nobody. The Tank video, like I said, the shit was old. I showed him respect. He got mad about it. Whatever the fuck. Okay, whatever. Me and this nigga start beefing. Stephen Fulton, I said I gave him props in the same sentence, said Stephen Fulton's a great fighter, but I'm not him. I wouldn't get knocked out like him.
Right.
Or whatever.
Right.
And he got upset. So and then start calling me trash and I'm this and that and third. I'm like, dude, and then when I seen him in Vegas, I wanted to have a one-on-one personal conversation with him. I didn't go up there to troll him. I didn't go up there to do the ignorant shit. That's why when we did have the words, I was very nice. I was very respectful. And then everybody tried to say, Stephen Fulton punked you. He pressed you and you tucked your tail and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I was just trying to be respectful. Because that's another fucking black man. And I wasn't trying to be beefing with another black man for no fucking reason. But because of how he handled it, now it's smoke all the way. And it's like, all right, motherfucker, if that's how you if you wanna be ignorant and you wanna be on that type of time, that's what it is. So, and he keeps trying to take it, like I said, to out of boxing into the streets and all that. That's the only thing. Like I said, is Tay, maybe, you know what I'm saying, you need to let them know. Like I said, I'm a father first before anything. Nobody's keeping me from my babies. So if he tries me on the street, I'm liable to kill one of these niggas. I'm not. This is not no game to me. The ring is one thing. Outside is another. So I just want to go ahead and throw that out there. But we don't even got to talk about that no more. But I just felt the need to just to disclaim, like, I will fuck this nigga up outside the ring for sure. I will fucking break him, and he will never box again in his life. And that's on everything I love. Now we get in the ring. That's another story. We make money. You know what I'm saying? We both get to go home to our families. He's still gonna get knocked the fuck out, but that's a whole different element.
Well, you know what? Two things. Well, we're gonna keep it in the ring. We're gonna keep it in the ring because it's beneficial to both of y'all and it's safer for everybody.
Absolutely.
I think what we need to do, two things. If Sean want to come on here and and we can assist in getting you in the mix. If Sean Gibbons want to come up here and he could pop his shit so he could promote you, he's more than welcome. I open my
matter of fact, I'll work on that too. I forgot you did ask me about that, and I forgot, but I definitely will. I'm gonna try to get that to happen. I'm gonna see kind of I know he's busy, but I'm gonna definitely try to see what his availability looks like and try to make that happen.
Yeah, because we gotta get it popping for you in 2025. That's number one. Number two, I don't know how to do it. Maybe we can hit up Andre Ward so you can sit down with him too. You know what I mean?
We'll love to.
That'll be beneficial.
I mean, end of the day, yeah, I think that's another one of the issues. I definitely need to be. I mean, people know me. The boxing game knows me. I don't care what nobody say. They can try to dispute, act like they don't. The casual fan or whatever, they may not. I'm not gonna argue that. They may not. But the boxing fucking knows me. All these guys who people big up and give kudos to, they all know me. The Shakurs, the damn Devin Haney's, the Tiafimos, all these Rollies, all these guys, they know me. I've beaten some of them in the ring. So, I've earned my just due at this point, and that's the whole thing. Is I'm tired of getting shit on when all I'm trying to do is get what I'm owed and what I'm deserving of. That's it. I've earned it. I'll continue to beat whoever's put in front of me, left and fucking right. I've won 11 fights in a row, 9 by knockout. Since I've lost, I haven't lost in 6 years. So it's time to do it. And now multiple top fighters got losses. So it's like I'm tired of hearing that shit too. So it's like it's time to put up. It's just that time.
Yeah, no doubt, man. We got to smash the gas on everything, man. We got to smash the gas on everything, man. Time is now, man. Time is now. Top 5, man. Fuck that, bro. I want to see you. By now, I figured I see you on ESPN on the undercard or something by now. You know what I'm saying? But we got to do something. We got to do something.
It's amazing, man. I'm telling you, like the fucking Mirage, like I said, the MJ dude, that dude ducked me twice. Robisi Ramirez ducked me twice.
Wow.
These are facts. I put this on everything I love. Like I don't do that shit. Like I have no reason to lie. They ducked the shit out of me.
If you're a black fighter and they feel you're gonna lose, that's when they're gonna put your ass on Front Street. But if you're gonna spoil the show, they're gonna tuck your ass in the back, and that's what they've been doing. How the fuck you top 5 and you ain't been on ESPN not one time on the undercard? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy. And I'm watching these fights like over the weekend on the Anui's undercard. The whole time I'm watching, who this kid? He's 6 feet tall, but he what was that? Featherweight? Some shit?
Yeah, Espinoza. And I'm like, even with him, where the fuck he come from? And the funny part was, this is facts. I was supposed to fight Robisi first. They called me first. Robisi had a option to choose me or Espinoza. This is facts. He chose Espinoza. Why do you think he chose Espinoza? Because he was a Mexican and he thought he was going to sit there and he'll be able to fucking box his ass to death. That's what he thought.
Go. And that's what happened.
And he got that ass whooped. And that's what happened. He tried to cherry pick, and it was a cherry pick going wrong. That is the truth, the absolute truth.
Well, congratulations. You just made that PBC, not the PBC, the fucking top ranked board. No black fighters. The no black fighter board. You know what I mean? You made the board, man. They said, not this kid number 5. No, fuck that. He'll offset everything. They want eyes on the anomaly. This kid is fighting at featherweight. He's 6 foot tall. He's already taller than the average Mexican. He's an anomaly. He's like fucking Fundorva's mini-me, if that even makes sense. Yep. You understand? So they want to push that shit. And I guarantee you they're going to try and make that fight. They're going to try and make him versus Inouye within the next 2 fights. That's what they're going to try and do. And he'll fuck around and spoil the show. I'm not sold on Inouye, man. I'm really not.
No, I absolutely think he would definitely beat, for sure. At 26, he's definitely beating him. Definitely. He's not beating him. Not damn at 26. He's not.
Man, boxing's a weird ass game, but Elijah, I'm telling you, we gonna do what we doing this end to push your brand. What time is it over there?
It's like 20 after midnight.
Damn, y'all a whole day ahead of us, right? A whole day ahead. Yeah. That's crazy. So what like the sparring sessions and shit? Who you helping get ready?
The IBF bantamweight champ, Ryusuke Nishida. The one he about to fight Junto Nakatani.
Nakatani. Yeah. They trying to set up that Nakatani and Inouye fight.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. This is strange, man. This is strange. And you in the camp with all these guys, you picking up all this work, and by the time they get to you, you're gonna be already well prepped on what everybody fucking does. Feel me?
Man, end of the day, God works for a reason. So you know, I've at this point, I'm really about to go to a next level. I mean, I ain't even finna be posting shit. I'm just finna just lock in, and people they gonna see when they see. Cause at this, like I've went through a lot of shit, bro. Especially like people don't really understand when I say it, like the exactitude of what I'm saying for real. I haven't been in the ring in 8 months, and by the time I fight, it'll have been a year, damn near. And I'm winning. I ain't lost. 11 fight win streak. Now I'm by knockout, and I've been on the show for a fucking whole year.
Let me give you a pump fake. If you stay out of public eye and just show your face and address the audience and shit, and make the world think that you're out of shape, let that be the rumor, and let them think that you're a sacrificial lamb. Let them think, hey man, you want to fight him in 3 months? He got to make weight. He's overweight. He ain't been in the gym. Then the motherfuckers at Top Rank were like, yo, go get him now. That's the black sacrificial lamb. Go get him now. But then when you fucking show up, shredded, and you're like 125 on that scale, they're going to be like, oh shit, too late. You done signed it. We've been ready. We stay in the gym. You feel me? You got to pump fake these motherfuckers. Don't post you working out and jumping rope. Don't do that shit no more. Make it seem like you're depressed and out of shape, and blow your cheeks out when you addressing your audience. Make yourself look fat. You know what I'm saying? And they be like, yo, okay, we can get him now. We can do that's the black sacrificial lamb. Sign that contract, and then when you show up on at the weigh-in, they be like, yo, he's 125 even? He got abs. What the fuck? Yeah, exactly. You're in trouble now.
Yeah.
You feel me? You gotta. They like us.
Absolutely.
They like us nice and depressed and down and oh my God, I can't feed my family and blah blah. They like us all fucked up. That's when they come knocking at our door.
Every time.
You know what I'm saying? They got what my brother Emmanuel Augustus. He literally got off the couch to fight Ruslan Provodnikov on ESPN, and I was so mad watching that because he took the fight because he needed the money, and he didn't fight the fight that I'm used to seeing him. He's used to like dancing and having fun in there. He was supposed to style on Ruslan, and you know what happened? He fought in a high guard in the pocket, and Ruslan stopped him. And I found out he took that fight on like a couple of days' notice because he needed the bread. But if he had a full camp, Ruslan would have got fucked up. I'm telling you. He'd have got fucked up. And I was so mad watching that. But you see, they caught him. He's a sacrificial lamb. They caught him. You know what I'm saying? So let the world think we depressed and fucked up. They did it to Deontay. Oh, he's not talking. He's depressed. He wasn't depressed. The man was in like some island when the water was blue, smiling, hanging out with the family. I said, shit, I want to be depressed like that. 20 mil in my bank account? Yeah, I want to be depressed like that. Fuck out of here. But that's how they put it on us. They always put that on us. So I say, play it up. Yeah, I'm depressed. I don't know what's going on or whatever. Yup. Cry on social media. Yeah, man, I'm trying to get a fight. Yeah, put some grapes on the side of your cheeks so you look overweight and shit. And always be complaining. But meanwhile, when that camera's off, you get into work. You get into work. You understand? That's how they like us. Nice and depressed and fucked off.
Facts.
Fool them motherfuckers. Let me go to Black Martial Arts Society in the building in K-Rod. He pulled up, man. Salute, family. How y'all doing?
Hey, how's it going, Drew?
What's going on, man? What you got?
I just wanted to ask some questions to Elijah because I'm a very big fan and I've been following you for a very long time.
Salute.
Thank you, bro. I wanted to ask you, when you were on the come up to build your career, was there some means of, like, how should I say it, like, in terms of like the matchmaking of like where you wanted to be, was there some means of like being ghosted out by the matchmakers that didn't want to see you rise to the higher level, right?
I think I personally think so. I mean, regardless, one thing about me, like that can't be disparaged. I've never cared about who I fought, and you can ask any manager or any promoter I've ever dealt with. I've never cared about who I fought, ever. I've never been the type, I want to fight him, pick him, or no. Like, okay, all right, they send me somebody. If I got to fight, let's run it. If it's going to build me up, if it's going to raise my stock, I'm cool with it. So I mean, that's so as of now, that's why I guess it be confusing me as to how come I've made the accomplishments that I've made. Like I said, I'm top 5 across the board in 2 divisions, in 122 and 26 now. Like I'm there, but yet I can't get none of these top 5 guys to ever fight me or step in the ring with me. And not including the champions. I mean, everybody want to fight for a title, but even the guys right under them, they don't want to fight me. So it's like, sometimes I don't be really knowing what to do. I just keep working. I keep calling them out, and I keep beating whoever's put in front of me. That's all I can do at this point.
Yeah, because I wanted to segue off of that. There's another fighter that I personally know. I don't know if you know him. His name is Michael Angeletti, and he was saying about the same thing, where he's not getting those big opportunities, and he's trying to fight all the best names, and it seems like he's getting ghosted out. Where you know, a lot of people
Well,
do
I don't
know.
know. He had the opportunity to fight me twice.
Oh, really?
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
and
Oh.
he declined both times.
Really?
Yes, this is
Oh,
facts
man.
information.
Wow.
I honestly, because when that fight proposed itself, I was, you know, my manager told me about it, and I was like, I knock him the fuck out. And
Hey, have that fight up on ProBox.
yeah, I didn't. I heard nothing from them. I mean, nothing back. They said they didn't want it. And like I said, I had that during that time. I think I had about 12. So it was like 12 to 15 declines from all types of fights, all different high-ranking fighters, all types of prospects, contenders, and so on and so forth.
Damn.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is
Wow.
insane. Damn, man. Nah, something got to be done, man. And you see, this is why I fucks with Turkey. This is why I fucks with Turkey. He go, yo, man, you know what? Y'all might not know, Tay being humble. Y'all know Tay got a direct line to Turkey, right? I'm dead serious, bro. I'm dead serious. He got a direct line to that man. We got to do something, man. Something got to be done, man. Elijah, I firmly believe you need that one. You need that motherfucking.
All I need is that one career-defining fight, bro, and it's over. It's over. That's it. And
what's his name? What's the name that oh shit, I'm having a brain fart this morning. What's the name that Shakur whooped on? And he took the electrician that Turkey retired out?
Josh Padley. Josh Padley.
Yeah.
Padley. He didn't, Padley came off the couch. He said, fuck it, I'll step in and because, Floyd Scarfield turned into a little bitch. So he said, fuck it, I'll take the fight. Padley got whooped. Shakur whooped him. But Turkey said, you know what? Come on back, and I'm going to retire you. And that's what he did. You need that minus getting whooped on. You understand? You need that one shot on an opener on a Riyadh season card.
That's it, man.
Man, come on, man. Come on. And Turkey done gave a Nui a bag. This is it right here. This is it. Oh my God, come on. Come on, man. Nah, something gotta be done. Probably not, but has your management team, they ever considered like marketing you to Turkey, saying, yo, look, man, you got a lot of peers over here.
Yeah, my manager is very well connected. He's talked to him. But EB, he's even talked to them, about the TKO promotion stuff, all that. But they're not interested in fighters who are signed or have any dealings with anybody. Like they're not trying to co-promote with anybody. They only want free agents. That's why a lot of the free agents that they already got, they really like C plus C minus fighters, to be honest. But
so you're saying that
you get my ass on.
So they don't want to work. Wait, I'm confused.
Yeah, that they don't want to work. They don't want to co-promote with nobody. That's what I was told.
So Sean is not into co-promoting, because I see Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn, everybody over there. So I'm not sure what's going on. They don't want to co-promote, like to say, "Hey, look, we could."
No. They're saying the TKO promotions or whatever, like the Saudi whatever. Like they don't want to co-promote.
Oh,
that's what I was told by my manager.
They're trying to make new fighters. They're trying to.
Yeah, they want to.
Because I'm telling you.
Yeah, because they're
worst contracts.
What people aren't paying attention to when I brought up Padley. Padley, if y'all look at it in the Sensei, Stormy B-Man brought this to my attention. Padley was on a tear. That wasn't his first Riyadh season card, by the way. I think that was his second. But Padley's been on a tear, and then he was shelved for a little while, and then he took the Shakur fight on short notice, but he's back in the win column. Padley's a dog, man. Padley's a dog. He's a real dog. and I like his story. So I'm saying, how are you ranked number 5? So you're saying you're caught up in a long-term contract?
Well, I mean, I know my contract doesn't expire until next year, until 2026, like early 26.
Oh,
Hey, like Elijah, like I have a question.
Yeah, no, what's happening?
I'm not too sure how possible this could be, but could it ever be possible where like you could try to like run kind of like your own promotional company similar to like what Devin does, but kind of like work with other networks in order to get bigger fights, right?
You say that one more time. You said work with what?
I was curious, like, could it be possible where you could try to create like your own boxing, like in a promotional company similar to what Devin does? So like that way you can.
I technically already have one. I mean, to an
Oh,
extent,
okay.
like I have my own business, LLC, all that. You know, Wolf Entertainment LLC.
Oh,
But,
nice.
But yeah, I mean, so that's basically, you know, what I'm eventually trying to do, anyways. But you know, because I'm actually I'm interning under my manager, so I'm trying to, you know, I'm learning the business, and I've already pretty much put my little foot in the game in terms of the back part of it. The back
Oh, nice.
Well,
yeah, but you know, right now I've been focused on trying to get these motherfuckers to step in the ring with me, and they're reluctant too. And and I get it for good reason. I am a high reward for anybody from, and even at 130, I'd be a high risk for anybody. But you know, I'm at 26, and I'm trying my best to hang on, you know, to hang on and get some of these guys to bite. And it's crazy because I thought we really thought the only reason why they wasn't biting at 22 because there was a viable reason. Like everybody was chasing the Newey. Everybody wants that big fight with him. So everybody was cherry picking so they could get the fight with him.
Yeah.
Now at 26, there's four different champions. So I'm thinking it's gonna be way easier. So that was also another reason I had. I mean, besides my weight was the biggest thing. But besides that, I'm like, okay, well, at least the good part about it, I should be able to get the big fights at 26. But even I don't think a lot of these guys want to fight me either. So,
Is it hard getting fights with like certain fighters with other promotions like PBC, Top Rank, you know, Pro Box, or anything like that, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my one of my promoters, Sean Gibbons, like he has like major ties to PBC. That's why another reason why I'm like, I don't see why this Fulton fight can't happen. Like I said, but realistically, he doesn't want to fight me. I can see that clear as day. Like I said, he can try to act all tough and try to act like this and that. Stephen Fulton does not want to fight me. I'm stylistically a very bad matchup for him. I can box well, and I have power in both hands, and my knockout ratio definitely explains that.
How about Brandon Figueroa?
Well, would love to. Especially if he fought me like he just did Fulton, I would beat the dog shit out of him. I'll stop him if he fought me like that.
Yeah,
and that's no disrespect to him. He's a good fighter, all that. But if he fought me like he just did Fulton, I will fucking stop him in mid fight.
Yeah, Figueroa he's a good kid. He had him on the show. He came up short against Fulton. I actually thought he was going to win that. To be honest with you,
I did too. I definitely did.
And you know, he came up short. I mean, he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He came up short. I don't know what he's doing next. So that would be an interesting fight between you and Brandon. Also, man, there's a lot of work out there, man.
Yeah, I heard my manager mention the name, the Mirko Coelho dude. I say absolutely him. You know, of course, everybody keeps bringing up Bruce Carrington. You know, Shushu. The whole thing.
He mentioned Oshaki.
Yeah, Shushu.
Yeah, I keep. What'd you say about Oshaki? What'd you say?
Wasn't Oshaki mentioned to some degree? I don't remember.
No. So Oshaki at 130. But I heard
I'm
about
saying with
Fulton.
Fulton.
Oh yeah, Fulton in no Shaq. Yeah, I've been hearing that, and I was like, what?
Christ, why?
Why? That was kind of.
Oh my God.
And Fulton, he's not. Yeah.
Fulton is now. I don't recommend that on Shockey Foster work. Shockey too big, man.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, wow, why would he? I was like, that is crazy. If that fight happens, I was like, Fulton gonna get the
Good
shit
Lord.
beat out of him.
Obliterated.
Not a good look, man. Not a good look.
Especially when he got work right here in front of him, and he know he ducking the work. And this dude, he literally saying he wants to fight me in the street. Like he like I said, Tay seen it, and he like I'm not. There's no lying. I'm not capping. He keeps wanting to fight me in the street. He does not want to see me in the ring, which is insane to me. That is just fucking crazy.
I honestly think it was that serious between y'all. I'm not even clear as to why it's like that. I don't know. That's weird to me. But
Eerie. I didn't even know it was that serious. I'm like, damn, like it's you want to fight me that bad, like out the ring, like you really trying to take it there?
Nah, I'd rather see y'all mix it up in Atlanta. I would definitely make the trip for that.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people would. And what was even more funny was that Overtime did a poll. This is before he fought Figueroa the second time. They did a poll. They said, this is after when the whole little beef started or whatever. They did the poll. I won the poll. They said it was 50. It was 52% for me and 48% for him.
Damn.
And then it was funny because everybody kept saying, oh, like, because this is when I first called out a Nui, the very first time. And then they said, oh, no, you can't beat a Nui, but you will beat Fulton though. Fight Fulton, that'd be a great fight. Oh yeah, you can beat Fulton, but you can't beat a Nui, whatever. And I'm just like, okay, whatever the fuck. But we was beefing anyway, so I'm like, yeah, I'll fight Fulton, cool. Then I'll show people I'll whoop a Nui's ass too. Then now, ever since he beat Figueroa the second time, complete switch up. Now it's, oh, you can't beat Fulton. Fulton's too technical. Fulton's too good. You can't beat him. All that. I was just like, okay.
That's bullshit, man. It's boxing, y'all. Only way we're gonna find out is if the brothers mix it up. That's the only way we're gonna find out, man. You know what I'm saying? Buster Douglas was like 1,000,000 to 1 underdog. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I heard of one dude that bet on Buster Douglas by knockout. He didn't pick around, and that dude won like 10 grand. And that was back in the 90s, y'all. I remember that shit. It was on the radio. There was like some guy betting he won $10,000. It was like something stupid. You understand? The only way we're gonna find out is if it's gonna happen. Who the fuck knew that Vernon Forrest was gonna lose to Ricardo Mayorga? I ain't see that shit coming. I was watching, my jaw drop like, what the fuck's happening here? Come on, man. How shocked was y'all when you saw Roy get flatlined in the second round against Tarver in the second fight? Didn't see that coming. That was crazy. And Roy didn't see it coming either. You understand? We got to get it going, man. We got to get it going. The only way is to get the fucking, man, we got, damn, let me get to these super chats. I got a lot. Oh shit, I got a lot. Hold on, y'all. Let me read these super chats. To my brother Eric Jordan in that super chat. He said, give the power and the fury of what? That ninja sword.
Give power to my nigga sword!
Salute, brother. TD Harden, he said, white splaining. Hey, man. Salute, TD. Now the 86 in that super chat. Salute. He said, salute, Drew, and salute to the mighty LDBC. TD Harden back in that super chat. He's saying he's trying to stay on code. Yeah, that's what things seem like. That's why I sometimes have people up here to explain, their stance is. Big time in that super chat. Salute. He says, Fury himself said all fighters are on peds and did not exclude himself on that statement. Oh, yeah, bro. I got a whole list of things about Tyson Fury. I could have unloaded the magazine on everything, but there was no need to, because Russell was reasonable. I didn't have to do that. It wasn't beef. I just think that he conflated a lot of things into one comment, and it jumbled everything up. But y'all know how I do. Just let the person talk and see where we at. Salute to you. Slick Tom back in that super chat. He said, explain the ref giving Fury time to get up. Yeah, Jack Reese lost all privileges with me. That was like a 19 count. That was ridiculous in the first fight. That was ridiculous.
I ain't gonna lie. I always said that too. I was like, that shit was crazy. That was that. If I feel like in any other fight, if somebody was laid out like that, eyes open, just
That Reese did it for Lomachenko versus Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, he called it right off. He called it right off. I was like, God damn. Adewale in that super chat, he says, the Aussie gentleman is only trying to stay on code. He's unable to explain anything concrete. It seemed that way. It seemed that way. But I like to let people, at times, just have their say. I want to see what's going on. Slick Tom back in that super chat. He said Tyson Fury kisses men after fights. See,
Tyson Fury being spoken to by Ben Davison, and there's the moment, the pre-fight kiss. I have never ever seen that before.
I promise you, if that was a black fighter doing that, he would never live that down. But he gets to do that.
I've never seen anything like it.
And Oscar gets to cross-dress, legitimately cross-dress, and nobody holds their feet to the flame. I promise you. Deontay Wilder was goofing around with his family. He did a twerk move, and they tried to say he was gay. See what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. It's crazy, man. TD Harden back in that super chat. He says white splaining. He's on code. Look, when you say certain things and you have to back it up, you have to be ready to deal with what comes back at you. You understand? So I just give people the outlet to explain themselves, and that's what we did this morning. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is what they got to deal with. Todd French back in that super chat. He says, wait. Wilder is tied for the most title defenses in heavyweight boxing history, standing next to Ali. Hashtag first ballot Hall of Famer. Dude is crazy. The facts speak for itself. Todd French back in that super chat. He said Wilder was unstoppable from 2015 to 2020 until they cheated him. Outweighed 90% of his bouts, boasted a 98% KO ratio. Yeah, he did. Yeah, like I said, Deontay was tall. He's tall, but the dude, when the fight starts, he's like 215, and after he's sweating, he got to be like maybe 200 pounds. And somehow he's knocking dudes. On average, his opponent outrates him on average like about 30, 35 pounds, man. I mean, come on. And this dude could do no right, man. It's crazy. He's just disrespected. One of the most disrespected fighters of all time. Eric Jordan back in that super chat. He said, ain't no rest for Miguel, keeps clapping these monkeys' cheeks. There's my Miguel stumble. Yeah, there we go. Miguel! Todd French back in that super chat. He says, I definitely remember those the words of knowledge from Black Fight fans. Salute to my brother Black. He said black boxers need mandatories. If they didn't have them, no one fight them. Exactly. Scott Lennon in that super chat, much love. He said Elijah versus Dayan Gonzalez would be a great fight. Yeah. But these motherfuckers don't want to answer the phone. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Whoever.
Mac. He said, my little big bro Wolf in the building, man. Salute Steve Elder Mac, my brody.
Yeah, salute Steven, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I mean, this is, boxing is a business, man. It's a fucking business, man. And I don't know, Elijah.
You see, that's the part too. What's even crazy? That's why, like, even at 22, I kind of gave up on the whole mandatory shit anyway, because that shit, like, it wasn't getting me nowhere. All I was doing was just a waste of time for real. That's why I wasn't doing that shit at 126, and because at first that was the proposed plan for me, was to keep building up, fighting on overtime, and or whatever, just trying to get my, higher in the rankings, become mandatory, all that shit. I said, no, I'm not fucking doing that shit because I did it at 22 and it didn't get me nowhere. The people were still bypassing me and finding ways to not fight me and all that shit. Like I said, that's when fucking MJ ducked me fucking twice. I'm like, how y'all gonna call me for a title fight for the WBA interim belt and then gonna turn around and let him choose a fucking whack ass Hispanic dude from like I forgot where he was from, Nicaragua or some shit, like I don't know where the fuck he was from.
Oh, he was from Paraguay. That was one opponent he fought.
Yeah.
He looked like really bad in that fight, but I know who you are talking about.
Yeah, like I said, but they called me before. They called me about that fight. That was supposed to be my fight.
Yeah, that is disrespectful.
That's crazy. I don't know, bro. Maybe you need to I don't know, holler at Bill Haney. When your shit almost up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
maybe
man. What? Like I said, whatever I need to do, man. I mean, end of the day, like I said, I'm a young black father, just trying to take care of biz. That's it, bro. Like I ain't.
Coach Hudson in the building, man. Salute, good brother.
Peace, family.
Yes, sir. What you got, good brother? Always good to hear from you.
Man, peace to everybody on the panel. Peace to the warrior, Elijah Pierce. I actually saw you spar Tank years ago and have been looking for you and to see what you were going to do in the sport of boxing. I wasn't there in person, but we were getting ready for nationals. And one of my guys, Aaron Palafox, came to me. He said, "Hey, coach, look, there's a guy that was whooping on Tank and sparring." I said, "No, man, that got to be some mold." And man, I seen you, man. I was like, man, that brother gonna be bad. But I just want the family to understand something. What you saw today was Brother Drew put facts out, and you saw a man through cognitive dissonance and being on code with the wrong side in first person. Now, to you brothers that watch this and witness that, and you still want to cape for the wrong sides in boxing, you need to take a look in the mirror. We have great talents all over the United States, and there is an effort to gatekeep and keep brothers like Elijah Pierce from being as great as they are. And this isn't just in professional boxing, this is also in the amateurs. We have great fighters in Toledo, Ohio, that would whoop most pros right now. But they are trying to keep them from making it to the Olympics. They are trying to keep them from winning nationals. If you all pay attention, the USA boxing team is losing less and less gold medals every time we have the Olympics. Why is that? Think about it. If you go to USA boxing bouts, you will see that there are guys winning fights just off of being more aggressive. So our slick fighters like Elijah Pierce with a high boxing IQ, they are trying to keep them from making it to the next level, but then people forget that boxing is an international sport. And on the international stage, you have Eastern Europeans outboxing Americans. This is an effort from amateurs to pros to keep our slick fighters out of the ranks. And to our fighters who are complicit in this, you all are spineless, because you all know what we had to go through the amateurs. You know how people have gate kept against you, and for you to not speak up is straight cowardice. If we do not change and say something, nobody else will. Because since Jack Johnson, there has been an effort to have a great white hope. Think about it. You have a great Mexican fighter in Benavidez. Why is it they're pushing Canelo more than him? Think about it. Why is it that the Mexicans in pro boxing who look more Azteca don't get the same support as the ones that look more like Spaniards? Why is it that the Tyson Fury fight and the Usyk fight seem to be rushed like an Amazon package, and we still never got the Deontay Wilder and AJ fight?
You brothers need to wake up. This is an attack against our youth and our men in pro boxing. And you as a black man, if you can't get behind these brothers and support them, you are spineless and cowardice. And since we have the brother Elijah Pierce on, I'm not going to make it about my gripes and complaints. Brother, we just happy to have you on. And Brother Drew, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Anytime, bro. Anytime, my brother.
I appreciate you myself. Like I said, it's a pleasure to meet you too, sir. Absolutely.
Pleasure's mine, brother.
Man, it's crazy too, because in the amateur, it's funny too, because that was actually literally the reason why I went pro, because I got so tired of that. I actually learned how to fight on the inside. I was nothing but an outside fighter back in the day. If there's I have to think if there's any of my old amateur fights on YouTube besides like the Rolly fight, stuff like that. But yeah, it's probably not. But like a lot of my older amateur fights, I used to fight nothing but on the back foot. But I kept losing because, like you said, because of aggressiveness. So I had to teach myself how to fight aggressive. And I taught myself how to fight in the pocket. And then I started winning after that. And that's actually how I ended up beating Rolly Romero or whatever. But so it's just funny that you had brought that up. So I agree. I'm 100% inclined to agree with you on that.
Hey Elijah, look, I have a question.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about the corruption with the boxing ranking. When you start out your career, is it set in like a sense of like where let's just say you're in the same division with like a guy like Teofimo Lopez, and you're starting out the same way where you're fighting like guys with like some positive like type records, but as you get to that level to be at the quote unquote contender level, that's supposed to be like everybody in the division where you're supposed to fight everybody, but the sanction bodies, they cheat basically like certain fighters to basically take the elevator to not fight you. And then as that progresses, by that logic alone, is that basically like the core fundamental like factor of like what's hurting like a fighter like yourself, where like if you're fighting everybody and you're trying to be the best, a guy like Teofimo Lopez who's just trying to like basically jump in front of like other names that he doesn't want to fight, that's hurting those fighters that are trying to be great, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the whole thing, is that a lot of these guys who are or under these major promotions, I'm not unfortunately I'm not with a major promotion. I'm with Overtime. They're a new promotion, but at the same time I don't mind it, because I'm heading I'm excuse me, like I'm holding a flag for a new promotion. You know what I'm saying? I'm being a trendsetter, and I kind of like that aspect of it, and they've been good to me. And then on top of that, I'm co-promoted between them and Sean and Brendan Gibbons. They're a subsidiary of many Pacquiao promotions, Viva promotions, excuse me.
Yeah.
So yeah, even with them, like I've done my due diligence as much as I could. Only thing I can do is continue to win in the ring. That's all I can do. But yeah, these major guys who are major promoted, like I said, a lot of guys who are signed with Eddie, a lot of these guys from Top Rank, they are purposely skipping over me over and over again. And I don't know what I can do about it. The only thing I've been told to do is call them out. I call them out time and time again, but then it's not like I have fan support, because a lot of casual fans, they might not know me to that extent. Now a lot of hardcore boxing fans know me because I've been in those trenches with these guys. I've actually done the work. But you know what I'm saying, like as far as the casual nature to go, they're you just looking for a payday. You just whatever. I don't know to what degree, if that has any direct correlation or anything to it. All I know is that I've been here, I've been trying,
called out. I've done everything possible in my power to get these fights to happen, but they're not happening. And so only thing I'm trying to think outside the box. Like I said, that's why Drew's been behind me since day one, ever since we first spoke, and he's seen it. Like I've tried. I've done everything possible to try to get my contemporaries to step in there with me. They don't want to fight me, and it's evident at this point. It's because I'm a risk, because I've seen it. Like I've literally had this happen to me where there's been guys who literally passed to fight me just so they could fight a couple of my homeboys who are, beneath me. Like these are my friends, so I'm able to talk to them. I'm like, how you get that fight? Like they offered me that fight. And I literally talked to him, and he was like, I don't know. They just called me, and I'm like, wow. Like one in particular, what was one of my friends? He had a couple losses like I did, but the difference was I have a high knockout ratio. I got an 80% knockout ratio. At that time, it was like 87 or 85. So his was like 34 or 40, something like that.
Wow.
So they chose him. So it's evident these guys are literally clearly cherry picking. They're cherry picking their opponents, and they're getting their way to the top, and they're making all this money. And it just the part about me that gets me so angry is because people keep wanting to say, "Oh, payday, you want payday," but it's like, one, we're in a fucking prize fighting sport. Yeah, everybody wants to make money. That's the reason why we all sacrifice to do what we do in the first place. Duh.
Exactly.
But at the same time, like, I deserve it. I'll put in the work. I will beat your ass and prove that you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. It's funny.
Well, we gonna keep working, brother. We gonna keep working. Hit up Sean. Ask him if he's open to come on here, and we got to work something out to get your name out there. Whatever I could do on this end, I will do it. You understand? But we got to get you going. We got to get you before, because ESPN's time airing boxing is pretty much over. So I would like to see you on an undercard at least, man. Let's do something. Let's get you up there, especially on an Anui card. I mean, you out there right now, man. What the fuck, man? This is just silly shit.
And I'm even talking, man. Gonna try to leverage that connection too that I'm making out here. Like that was one of the points that I'm trying to make. Like just whatever I can do to solidify my name, because it's like, man, it's like I've been now. At this point, if people try to dispute that I'm not a contender, it's factual. You can go look it up, public information that I'm a contender. But if people don't see it at this point, it's like, dude, like I said, I even got my own Wikipedia now. That was just a cool, yeah, it was a cool feature for me. Just like, oh damn, I got my own Wikipedia now. Like, it's I've made strides in this game. Like I've beaten top competitors, and I'll continue to. I'm one of the best fighters in the world, and it just happens to be unproven yet because these guys will not fight me.
Not even guys like Lamont Roach.
Matter of fact, Lamont Roach is my homie. Like he asked me to be his sparring partner before, not for the Tank fight, but for the fight he had before that. I was supposed to be a sparring partner, but we ended up fighting on the same day.
Oh wow!
Ain't that something?
Like I said, all these champions, all these guys, they know me.
we gotta make shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! Scott Leonard in that super chat, much love. He said,
"Oh yeah, Omar. Yep, I know.
Omar Candy, Trinidad for the WBA Continental.
One, I already got the WBA Continental at super bantamweight, and then two, my manager already showed me that fight. That dude, nothing I don't know if he declined it or what. It didn't happen. So most of the time, that's how it always happens.
Wow.
Most of the time, they always decline it. It's always them. I've taken every single fight ever offered to me. Every single fight.
Oh my god, man! That's shit. Damn.
Yeah, like I was gonna ask about like the legal manners as far as like accepting a fight. Like, if somebody is not wanting to fight you, it's more to do with like they're sending back like the terms to say, no, I don't want to fight you, even though that you're trying to say yes to trying to fight them, right?
Yeah, all basically they'll put send the offer or excuse me, they'll notify the management. Like I said, at least in my case, they always notify my manager. My manager will call me, hey, and he'll send me the box rec. Hey, this guy want and they'll give me the projected date. I'll say yes. I'll text him back. Hell yeah, bro, let's do it. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Woo-hoo. And then he'll text me back either the hours later or the next day. Oh, so yeah, bro, they declined it. So
Wow.
it's been that. Man, I can't even count how many people have declined me, dude. Like for real, bro. I really can't. It's an absurd amount. And this is all serious, all seriousness. I put that on man. I put that. May I be struck down right now if I'm lying. Like,
damn.
Yeah, so that's kind of like basically you're trying to do your job to get the business going, but everybody else wants to try to double cross you to be like, nah, man, I don't like this guy because he's a threat to me, blah blah blah. So it's like they're just trying to act very dramatic to basically try to like freeze you out, right?
yeah, it's that simple. That's simple, bro.
So Elijah,
they're picking and choosing. They're picking and choosing.
Just so I'm clear, because Sharon wants to know, you're in Japan right now. Who you getting ready?
I'm helping Ryosuke Nishida get ready for Junto Nakatani.
Yeah, Nakatani. There you go. Yo, I gotta close up. I gotta get my day started, man. Yo, Elijah, open door policy for you. You already know.
Of course, bro. Like I said, I appreciate you having me on, like always, big bro. Like I said, it was I'm actually glad I ended up hitting you because I was really thinking about it yesterday, and I was like, man, like, cause I was kind of feeling the way. Once again, like I know you peeped on Instagram. Like I said, I didn't even know what my tweet was gonna go viral. It just went viral, and then
bro, I saw there's like over 1,000 likes. Like people.
No, that shit now it's like 21,000.
Yeah, I'll say I'm like, what the fuck did he say? And all you did was say, what everyone's been saying. Nakatani is not. Inui's not what he's cracked up to, which I'm making him out to be. That's all he said. And motherfuckers went crazy.
He's not this fucking. He ain't this god y'all be trying to make him. I say, dude he's not that, and he's gonna lose at 26. That's it.
And
I'm not taking away from his accomplishments. I'm not saying he's not a great fighter. I'm not saying he's not nothing. He's great. He's good at what he does. All that stuff. I like him. I like the dude. But I'm just saying, at 26, he's gonna lose, especially if he fucking fights me. Like, why I'm a fighter. Like, what does it look like? Like, I gotta praise my contemporary just because y'all want to fucking suck his dick too? Like, y'all can like move around with that. Like, I don't swing that way. So it's like I don't understand where all this dysfunction and all this. Like, I literally got people, grown men, who are like ready to go to bat for this dude. I'm talking about just messaging me constantly.
Are they from Baltimore?
Tank meat eaters.
Are they from Baltimore? Shit.
Seymour.
It's funny because some of them out here it's they from everywhere, man. Most of them.
Straight men ain't safe nowhere. It ain't safe to be a man nowhere. But listen, I gotta run. I gotta go check on Mama and everybody else, man. Elijah,
no doubt, fam.
Everybody know where to find you. K-Rod, my brother, man. Salute to you, good brother. Always pulling up, always support, man. Much love.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow.
Nice to meet you, K-Rod, bro. For sure.
Yes, sir, Elijah. I believe I have you followed on on social media, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
No doubt. Send me a direct message. I'll follow you back.
Okay. Yep. Got it.
Yeah. Right, tomorrow I won't be live at my normal time. I just checked my email a little while ago. I got invited to cover the presser for Richardson Hitchens and George Kambosos. It's in Manhattan, so I'll be over there going live. And see what's popping over there. Man, but salute to y'all. Much love and appreciation.
To the chat.
And y'all stay blessed. And y'all make sure y'all go support my brother Elijah Pierce, man. And we in this thing, man. Much love and appreciation to everybody who showed love. And salute and shout out to Australia. Shout out to Australia for real, man. All right, y'all, man. Love y'all, man. Bronx on deck.
All right, bro. I'm gonna call you, bro.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.